I'll get it up here. Speed.
Well, Chevy, here we are again in Hollywood.
Yeah, here you are. I'm here all the time.
That's true. Well, most of the time you're here. Anyway, it's good to see you again. And I laughed and giggled all the way through Fletch Lives.
That's what, if I can make just one person laugh, it's all been worth it to me.
Funny movie.
Thanks.
Funny movie. Are you as happy with this one as you are with the first one?
I think I'm happier because this one's over too. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, sure. You know, it's a different picture. There are more disguises. There's more of that stuff. And there's a little bit more of the wise guy in it. And I had a good time. And I love being in the South. And we haven't seen a lot of the South lately. You know, doing a little bit of a spoof of Mississippi Burning and taking on the televangelists. And all that was great fun for me.
Of all the disguises, which one did you have the most fun with?
I think without a doubt, the faith healer, because you know with those teeth, that nose, and that hair, how can you miss? I had a good time with him. It was the hardest one to do too.
Why hard?
Took a lot of energy that I don't generally have. I mean, for that kind of performance, it's not. I like to underplay, and I had to really go bats, and it took a long time to shoot, and it was a lot of time in the makeup chair. But it was worth it. It was fun.
Was that written before or after Jim and Tammy Baker?
Oh, no, it was written after. After the whole problem, yeah. But it's not really much to do with Jim and Tammy Baker. It's about generally the swagger types. So it's about all of them. And in the end, it's really not defamatory or that destructive to those people. I don't want to give away the plot, but as you will see when you see the picture, they come out fine.
Have you in your life ever used disguises so that you could go someplace and not be recognized?
Well, you know, I started with hats, and then of course I became known as the guy who wears the hat. So it doesn't work. I mean, I've never gone that far. You're really in a very public situation where there are many people. The public wants to see you the way you look, so there's no reason for that. And when you go out to dinner or the movies, there's no getting around it. It's Chevy Chase and just forget it. And the problem is when I'm in a movie, watching a movie, there are people in the movie watching like this. You know, back and forth looking at me to see how I respond. So I always feel a little bit looked at. You know, I feel as if I don't have that much privacy. But I don't do anything to hide myself. I wear glasses, which is lucky because I have to.
Do you go out in public a lot?
Not much. But not because I don't want to, but because I have kids. They're young. There just isn't much time. You can't get away from them. You know, they have to go to bed and they have to have dinner, and I want to be there for that. So I spend a lot of time with them. So we don't make a lot of, we don't go to parties and stuff. Go to a few functions.
Your children now are ages what?
6, 4, and 5 months. Three daughters.
So the two older ones have to have some awareness that Daddy is the big famous star.
I think they have more of an awareness than I do about that, and it reminds me to help them with that. You know, they love their daddy, and I don't think it affects their lives that much. But you know, their friends will look at me with their mouths open, and gee, you mean that's your dad? And that's, you know, they have to be clued into why that's happening, why their daddy seems to be more important than other people's daddies, and why that's a lot of bull too. I mean, they've got to understand that that's just because I'm on a movie screen, and a lot of people see me and they recognize me, but not because I'm better or more important. Of course, I'm your daddy, and I am more important, but you know, that's got to be handled.
And you will bow every time you
and you bow and scrape at home.
What about your wife? I mean, maybe it's harder for her than the children.
She's amazing that way. She has, nothing affects her. You know, we go to the White House and meet the Reagans just like we're meeting Joe and Bob. I mean, it doesn't, she is in no way affected by it. I'm amazed by that. I mean, she's not impressed by anybody, nor is she unduly, does she go the other way. She doesn't act as if, well, they're not important. She just takes it all in stride. I think that she loves me. I'm her husband. And if I weren't doing this and I was a plumber, that would be fine too. You know, she's quite amazing that way. I think I'm more nervous about being who I am.
You're a lucky guy,
Oh, yes, I am.
because not every star has that kind of arrangement. Or
I
that
think
kind
we
of
need
life.
it, you know. You really need to have a family and children, and as much as you like to get rid of it, go away on your own. On occasion, you need it to keep your sanity, keep your perspective.
It's your anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chevy, good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
And I'll be looking for the third Fletch, maybe someplace down the road.
God help us. There might be one. You never know.
Meanwhile, everybody can go out and enjoy Fletch Lives, and they'll have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.